other words practices and life scope forecasting. Is that all? Still questions? Can you tell us how learning skills can contribute to climate change?
On the other side, and greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, which drop the sun's heat and cause global warming.
Right. Well explained. So, the same concept holds to deforestation and agricultural activities where they release these harmful gases into the atmosphere and can lead to climate change. Moving on to our next activity. Our next activity is true and false questions to test to see if you understand the concepts of what we learned today. So the first question is carbon dioxide the only gas responsible for climate change?
False.
Can you give us your reason?
Because there is other harmful gases like methane, also impact global warming.
Right, so carbon dioxide is not the only gas responsible for climate change, because there are also other gases that can cause climate change or global warming. Another question. Climate change only affects temperature and not weather patterns. Is it true or false? Climate change only affects temperature and not weather patterns. Climate change affects both temperature and weather patterns. So, climate change